Good morning. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz and I'm joining you from livestream.travel in Honolulu. Today we're not going to go to Honolulu. The pictures you see in the background are actually from the Kingdom of Eswatini, what is a landlocked country between South Africa and Mozambique, and we will be talking to the Minister of Tourism, the CEO of the Eswatini Tourism Board, and we'll be also talking to the Foreign Minister of the country. Please enjoy, it'll be insightful, and it will also tell you how this country celebrated World Tourism Day. Here is the Minister.
South Africa has opened the borders. We're only allowing people on essential services to actually go to South Africa or outside of the country. But our airport was also very busy, thanks to our Minister of Foreign Affairs, because we were able to repatriate a number of people to their various places of abode. In fact, even the Americans who are stationed in the Southern Africa, they used our airport to actually go back to the United States of America. And also other countries that needed connections, they were actually using our airport, the King Mswati III International Airport. And but when it came to the leisure travel, that was the one that was being constrained. But now that the borders have been opened, this will now also become they will now be allowed to travel to various places. But as per the WHO protocols, people are expected to have a 72 hours negative certificate from COVID. So that really is the major prerequisite. And when they come to the ports of entry, they will be screened for COVID. And if they do not have this certificate, they would be expected to make sure that they are tested. There would be PCR being done at the point of entry. And if they are positive, they will then be isolated. But again, we definitely are following all the WHO protocols as been given to almost all of the countries in Africa and even in Europe. So we are now warmly welcoming people to actually visit our beautiful country, our beautiful Eswatini. We will explain why you need to be in Eswatini. I will allow our Foreign Affairs Minister to add where I have missed some parts of the question. Thank you, Johan.
Thank you very much, and welcome, Honorable. And I'm so sorry if I pronounce your name wrong.
You are fantastic. Thuli, you are fantastic.
Actually, I'm so shocked the way you pronounce my name.
Sorry.
I'm not going to complain at all because it is well pronounced. Basically, good evening, and it's a good morning that side. I will not be able to show off my beautiful face because I'm indisposed and I'm a little bit fatigued, so you'll pardon me because after my few remarks, I will switch off and listen to the doctor's advice.
Okay.
Basically, the Kingdom of Eswatini is one country that boasts of beauty. And it boasts of very, very warm people. We are warm, we are welcoming, we accommodate all kinds of people from all over the world. And we're very happy that you have given us this platform to express our identity. And we are hopeful that one day you will come and visit this kingdom and you will be warmly received. A lot has been said about this country, which actually borders around misconceptions and misforgivings. But to tell you the honest truth, this is one beautiful country that if you were to come here and just be with us for a week or so, you would never want to leave this country. It is, it has combined both traditions and modernity. So as much as you'll enjoy your stay, you'll experience another experience that is a very, very traditional experience, which is coupled with modernity. We wouldn't like to leave or to divorce ourselves from our identity. We love who we are, and we are proud of who we are, and we like showcasing our identity to the world. And we have always said, please, the world must not judge us, but the world must accept us for who we are. And that is why we're still a kingdom. This is one thing that we enjoy and wouldn't like to sell it for any other kind of democracy. Our democracy is so indigenous, and would like people to listen to us and understand who we are and stop judging us. Because once you understand who we are, you'll appreciate and say, oh, we have a different kind of democracy in the world, and this has to be accommodated. We love who we are, and we love people. We like the world to come and experience this unique kingdom. I thank you so much.
No, thank you.
As I said earlier on, I'm not feeling well. I'm indisposed, but I've enjoyed this minute with you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I really appreciate you joining us, and this was a fascinating insight into the country and the love you have for your country. And it looks like the love the people of Eswatini have for their kingdom. And thank you so much for joining us. And I understand if you have to leave and go to the rest of your evening, but I really appreciate you're part of us, and this is definitely a very, very interesting insight. What triggered the call altogether was a video Linda sent on a WhatsApp group for the African Tourism Board I happen to be part of in regards to festivals. And I remember we at eTurbo News also had reported about festivals, many different festivals over the last 2 years in Eswatini. It looks like I always thought Bhutan is the country of festivals, but maybe the Kingdom of Eswatini is beating Bhutan also. What was the festival you recently had? People seem to be really, really enjoying the festivities, and I think it was in regards to World Tourism Day, actually.
I will ask the Honorable Minister and Linda to tell the story.
Okay,
it's a very interesting for our events. The Redance, the Nxumalo, and the Makanu Festival. We've got so many festivals where we come together, enjoy being together, dance together, sing together, laugh together. They will tell you more about it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Foreign Affairs, thank you very much. She is a hard nut to crack. And even if she's in bed, she will say, I want to go the extra mile. We always like her passion. Yeah, yes, Johan, we do have a number of festivals, but what we're showing there was during the Tourism Day, as we are aware. But I will give Linda the opportunity to actually touch on that one. But maybe before she says that, she says something on the festivals. I think one aspect that we have to realize about our Eswatini is that we are a cultural hub. We take ourselves as a cultural hub of the Southern African region. Therefore, we pride ourselves that you get the authentic and live interactions with Eswatini almost right throughout the year, from bushfire to reed dance to Nxumalo, etc. And that is, so what you are seeing there was just a fraction of what you would get if we were to visit Eswatini. But let me give this opportunity to Linda to actually tell us about that nice video that she showed to the world. I was amazed also. But yeah, there you are, Linda. The floor is yours.
Good morning, Linda.
Morning, Alho. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm fine. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Yesterday, we were commemorating the World Tourism Day 2020 with the theme that says tourism and rural development. And our focus yesterday was really to showcase Eswatini for what it truly is, not only from a culture point of view, but also just from a landscape, scenery, and product point of view. So we decided to choose a rural product that is at Wendy's Lodge, which is really a product that was initiated by a person from the rural communities using our traditional structures. And right now, the key thing for us yesterday was that this property owner has employed people, he is supporting the community, and we are seeing real tourism development within that space. So yes, yesterday was all about that. Going now into the cultural experience that we had yesterday, it was a mix of contemporary and traditional culture, and it was really a beautiful cocktail of what we can offer as Eswatini. It was a modernized version of the real authentic culture that the minister is talking about. And you will recall that most people right now during COVID, there is the Jerusalem challenge that has happened, and it has actually hit the whole of the world actually with a storm. So yesterday we were using the Jerusalem challenge to actually showcase our culture using that. And we didn't try to use the Jerusalem challenge as it is, but we just used our dance move. So we used our culture to showcase, to also, we used the song itself to showcase our culture, and that is really what it was. And it actually came out very beautifully, and it was a colorful showcase of our culture. What you saw yesterday was that there were three sets of formations. The one was the women who dance in a certain way, and then it was the girls, and the girls actually will showcase their youthfulness. Our culture is a culture of pride. We pride ourselves in someone that will preserve their youthfulness, and we encourage abstinence and virginity for our girls. So the girls are actually proud to display themselves as young girls. And then going into the rest of everything, the men are coming up as warriors. You'll see that they were carrying shields to also showcase the culture. So yes, that is just what was happening yesterday. Now going into the other festivities that we have within the country, I'll just do it from a calendar marketing point of view. In February, we have the Marula Festival, which really marks the celebration and the beginning of a new year, and we're celebrating the first fruit of the year, because February is a time of festivities in Eswatini, and it's a time where we harvest our fields and we really enjoy our traditional food. And in Siswati, it is called Bimbitvane, which is February, and it means it's a month of festivities. So February is what that is. So we normally have that celebration where the women actually pick up all the fruits and they bring that to their majesties as a sign of respect. And also when they come together, they do not only get to recognize their majesties, but they also get to have an opportunity to network and be together as women and learn from each other. And most of what is being taught there is what we need to teach our children as they grow up: entrepreneurship and leadership, and a lot of other issues that are relevant to a woman in Eswatini. Mainly, it becomes sort of a woman empowerment workshop that happens there, and it is attended by women from all the chiefdoms. And lately, because it is something that is really spectacular, and I'll be sharing some of the videos with you, Alhoa, and please do use them as a backdrop to our conversation today. So yes, we have the women coming in and showcasing their dance moves as well, and they really take care of themselves. They learn how to look beautiful using Marula products, and they also discuss issues of commercializing all these handcrafts that they bring to their majesties, and the fruits and everything. So they look at other entrepreneurial issues, business issues that they have to deal with as women. And then they also address issues of raising children, managing the household, and also being strong in the political sphere, and really every sphere of your life. Also health-wise, we also discuss issues of health as women during that Marula festivity. And then that is culminated on Friday. We come, we deliver the fruits, and then we network at night. And in the morning, we also do a bit of networking, and there's some sessions that happen there from the Ministry of Health and all other sectors of government that actually support us as women. And then on Saturday in the afternoon is the main day where we showcase our dance moves. We dance all day there, and it's a spectacular event, and it is a must-see for everyone. So I'll send you the videos. You'll see how beautiful and spectacular it is. It is just something out of this world. And then after that, in the evening, we dance all night now there. We dance all night again in front of their majesties. And when we dance, with Her Majesty is there, His Majesty is there. And this whole festivity was actually born out of Her Majesty's love for the women in Eswatini. So from a leadership point of view, Her Majesty is really demonstrating leadership to say, women, you must rise and you must work. And our slogan there is Phezu Kwemkhono, which means every woman must not sit on their laurels, but they must rise to the occasion, and they must add value to the economy, and they must add value to their well-being and also to their families as well.
And Johan, then the next... once she starts talking, that's what she can spend 1 hour, and you can tell she becomes very passionate. I wanted her to give highlights on the festivities. Now I can tell she is now passionate. I think now if you can explain briefly about the reed dance, and then because there are a number of these festivities, and so that I can then add on the other things that somebody would see when he or she comes to Eswatini.
Okay, I'll keep it short now. Thank you, Honorable Minister. and then now going into the reed dance. The reed dance is actually the highlight of our culture from a tourism point of view. And also it's a highlight because the reed dance actually captures everyone in the family. Everyone goes to attend the reed dance because the girl child in Eswatini is special like that. And everyone, the father of the family, the brothers and the sisters actually go and they watch the girls as they dance during the reed dance. And that again is like a 5-day it's a 5-day thing that happens, and there are things that happen on the first day, second day, going all the way to the final day. And the climax of it is that the girls will also come in their numbers and deliver the reeds. They cut the reeds, they deliver the reeds to their majesties, and then they dance before their majesties to not only showcase their youthfulness, but they also showcase their brightness and their the colors within the regalia of the ladies actually show that girls are like flowers. They are budding and they are beautiful. So as a Mswati, we love our girls. We want to preserve them, and we want to make sure that they are always as beautiful as flowers. And the name of the regiment for the ladies, for the girls, is Imbali, which means a flower. And it really shows that they are alive with possibilities, and the brightness of that really shows that positive thing happening there. And that happens around August, which is aligned to spring. So that is why we call them Imbali, which is the flower during springtime, and it really centers around everything that happens around spring. And then the last one is the Angola Ceremony, which happens starting in November, going right into December. That one is really to mark the end of the year, and that is when the whole nation comes together and they say we are marking the end of the year. We are thanking God for the entire year that we have been productive and the year has gone well. But on the Angola, can I ask the Honorable Minister to talk about that, because it's his regiment. I do not want to steal his thunder on that one.
Wow, that is fantastic. You have so much passion, and this is so wonderful to hear. And it really makes you want to get out of this island here. For me, I want to come over to Eswatini and experience some of this. Hopefully, this world is opening up soon. Thank you so much, Minister.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Johan. I think she has narrated most of these festive, our cultural events. We have the girls, which is the reed dance, and then we have got the women, which is mainly the Marula. Then we have the men, which is really the Ingwala. But the Ingwala is mainly the men, but also the women of the country, because that's where we taste the first fruit of the year. It's at the end of the year, we are praying to Almighty God that at least He was able to keep us afloat. Now, there are other things that I wanted to share with you, Johan, and then the public, that Eswatini, some people are not aware that Eswatini has the world's largest granite rock. You know, we always talk about the one in Australia, as we are aware, but Eswatini has got the largest one. The granite one is in Eswatini, and that for us is a pride. It's not well marketed, but I think right now we want to make sure that people can come and actually enjoy it. It's called Sibebe. You can even check it, Sibebe. But also we have one of the biggest festivals in May, which is the Bushfire Festival, which has attracted the whole world. It brings in a number of artists right throughout Africa, as well as the world, to come and meet in Eswatini. And we are now even coming up with other festivals which are more or less, which are similar to the Bushfire Festival. And also, if you come to Eswatini, you are assured of seeing the Big Five within 2 days. Actually, within a day, you should be able to see the Big Five. Which other country, Johan, have you visited where you can see the Big Five within a day? Now it's none other than Eswatini.
Wow, it's a fascinating place you live. So, for the regular, when tourism hopefully comes back, it looks like Eswatini could be an ideal situation really to restart the travel and tourism industry, because all of these things, it's not really a city tourism. You really experience the country and the rural area in Eswatini, what would allow you, all these things that WHO is recommending, like social distancing and so forth. Isn't that the case?
Indeed. That is why we went for the safety stamp, because it was important for us to make sure that the country follows the WHO protocols and guidelines. But the person who can explain better is Linda, because she was at the forefront. As you know her, she is a go-getter, and how we achieved it and what we've already done to the facilities, the hotels, the restaurants, etc., to make sure that whosoever comes from out of the country will be assured that the protocols are followed to the letter. Linda, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Indeed, Alhoa, what we did is that we developed guidelines during COVID. We came together with the industry players and we developed guidelines in readiness for the opening of the market. What we felt was quite important is to regain the market confidence as we come out of COVID. We felt that people are going to be quite weary of safety as they traverse the country in Eswatini, and also as in terms of their travel requirements. safety will be a priority. So what we decided was that we wanted to develop the guidelines. The guidelines were really centered around the protocols that we got from the UNWTO in terms of the standards that we need to put in place. So we developed those guidelines, and then we launched the guidelines, and then we rolled out the guidelines to all the establishments in Eswatini. And the process is ongoing, because you will realize that some of the property owners are still not open. Of course, most of them have already opened now, and they all have to adhere to these guidelines that we have put in place. What is critical for us is that we are emphasizing on the three key issues that WHO is emphasizing. We emphasize social distancing, masking up, and sanitizing in all our establishments, not only within the tourism sector, but also in the business side of things within Eswatini, because we know that our tourists will not only be confined to the tourism sector, but also as they go to the retail outlets, as they do their normal businesses, they need to be safe in Eswatini. So we are quite proud to say that Eswatini is really, they've done everything. We've done everything to put in place safety measures for our tourists coming into Eswatini. And we received the Safe Travel stamp from WTTC, and we are thankful and proud of that as a destination.
Thank you very much, Linda. And as you know, this event, of course, is supported by Rebuilding.travel, and thanks, you're also a part of it. And we'd like to be part of it. Just we also have a safer tourism seal we invite you to add. We're working with WTTC. We're actually accepting the WTTC standards, so you're automatically approved. And we're hoping that Eswatini also comes on board. The difference between our stamp and the WTTC, we don't call it safe, we call it safer, because we believe that safe in some cases may result in a legal liability and cannot always be set, but we're not criticizing this. I think the WTTC standards are excellent. I mean, anyone following these standards is doing everything they can do to stay safe. And Eswatini is doing this, and our Safer Tourism Stamp is based on this self-assessment, what we highly recognize WTTC, TÜV, and some others are bringing to the table. And it's very good. Eswatini is a world player in tourism. I know you're a member of the African Tourism Board. You're sitting on every table in the world, so people are looking at you as leaders. And obviously at Rebuilding.travel, we would like you to be part of this initiative as well. We're really grateful for your time and giving this insight on Eswatini. And it was fascinating. And I think we should do this again very soon, because I think people are really hungry to understand different cultures, different natures, and people are getting ready to travel, and they want to go someplace what is unique, what is different. And Eswatini, I think, could serve as a shining star or shining example in the world. Honorable Minister, is there anything else you'd like to add, or our readers and our listeners to know about Eswatini, your upcoming plans, and anything else you can think of?
No, thank you very much, Johan. Indeed, it was very interesting to chat with you, but also to be part of ATB. As a country, as Eswatini, we have learned a lot from it. We have exchanged ideas, and we are really grateful for such a wonderful idea where we are sharing ideas with the whole world. In fact, for us, even this opening of borders, as you are aware, we've been discussing this for quite a while now. And it just became automatic that we had to follow certain guidelines to make sure that all the protocols are actually adhered to. One of the things that I would really love to add is that it's critical that post-COVID, if there will be post-COVID, we support tourism fully. It was the first to be affected and also the last to resurrect, if you will. But because it's a resilient industry, I have got full confidence that all countries in the world are going to sustain the tourism industry. As Eswatini, we're trying everything possible to make sure that we can quickly change the narrative, because in Eswatini, tourism accounts to close to 7% of the GDP. And the number of employees were actually out of jobs and were unemployed, and some are probably going to be, are being retrenched, and that is a worrisome situation. So as a country, what we have now done is we've come up with what we call an economic recovery strategy post-COVID. And tourism is one of those pillars which we have felt should be at the forefront, because if you have tourism, the value chains that are involved in there ensures that the country can recover, and then it can be on its feet again, because COVID-19 is now a new normal. And we now need to say, how do we survive under this new normal? As a first take on that one, the domestic tourism became very, very important. And it's interesting, Johan, that people who were not traveling within the country are bringing us such amazing stories about what they've seen in the country. And as part of the World Tourism Day, we were able to honor some of these because they brought in things that we didn't even know, we didn't realize about the country. And we've become stronger and stronger, such that we can become better ambassadors for people who come to Eswatini. We are saying Eswatini is open for tourism, and you'll be warmly welcomed. We pride ourselves in ensuring that we go the extra mile when somebody comes to this country. I think that for me is very, very critical. If we can all follow the protocols and ensure that we reduce this pandemic, the whole world would then survive and become better than it was before.
No, thank you very much, Honorable Minister, and thank you, Linda, for your input, and of course also the Foreign Minister who left us just a little while ago. We really appreciate you being a guest on Livestream.travel this morning, and we hope we can see you again. And I surely hope we can travel to Eswatini very soon. And I think a lot of our readers would probably agree with me on this. You have a nice evening. Enjoy your supper and enjoy your festivals, and hopefully we can see you again very soon. Aloha from Hawaii, from this part of the world. I don't know how you say good night or good evening in your local language.
You say "Busuku lobuhle."
Okay, I would not try to repeat that.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks.
Likey